Story Warren Books presents The Wreck and Rise of Whitson Mariner by S.D. Smith. Narrated by Eric Fritzius. Dedication. For Nora Clare. Ambula in vis cordis tui et intuitu oculorum tuorum et situ quod pro omnibus his adducet te Deus in iudicium. Did it burn? Yes, and still it burns. I loved the royal family, and I was there when they were torn apart. I couldn't sit by and watch, so I followed them into the fire. From the Journal of Massie Burnson, King's Officer. Chapter 1. King Whitson Mariner received his lords and captains in Vanguard's large cabin, along with a few more guests. It was crowded and warm for the gathered rabbits, but the food was good, the mood high, and Queen Lillie was a magnificent hostess. Whitson gazed across the table at Lillie, who bravely engaged the most boorish lord at the table in conversation. She had done it all evening, kindly including the most reluctant and rude, while seeing that the least assertive were also given attention. In the lumpy, ill-formed blob of dough that was this meal, she was the rolling pin, smoothing all and helping it become something of worth. Whitson marveled at his wife. Lillie looked so lovely this evening, and fairly glowed in the flickering lamplight. She glanced across and caught his eye for the merest moment, her head inclined ever so slightly to his left. Following her subtle direction, he saw Brindle Cove, sitting with his head down, nervously folding and unfolding his hands. Red-furred Brindle was the son of a poor farmer, and planned to follow his father's calling. But during the voyage from Golden Coast, he had taken to the sea at once. Recently, because of his excellent seamanship, he had been promoted to the rank of lieutenant. Brindle had never been at such a function, and clearly felt woefully out of place. The wide-eyed rabbit seemed ready to dart out of the room at any moment. "Lieutenant Cove," Whitson said cheerfully. "A glass with you, sir." Brindle Cove looked up, stuttering. Recovering himself, he bowed his head. "Your Majesty is very kind." He raised his glass, and they drank together. "May I congratulate you again on your promotion, Lieutenant," King Whitson said, leaning closer. "And if you and your parents would do me the honor, I would be grateful if you would be my guests for dinner in our cabin tomorrow night." "Your Majesty," Cove said, his mouth falling open, "it would be our great pleasure." "You would honor me, sir," Whitson said, smiling. Then he whispered confidentially to the young lieutenant, "It will be less stuffy than this." Cove breathed a sigh of relief. He bowed his head respectfully, then raised it to show a bright smile and shining eyes. Whitson turned to the other side of the table. "Captain Sutphen, sir. The bottle stands by you." Captain Sutphen smiled and poured a glass, while Whitson stole a grateful glance at Lillie. "If only Captain Sutphen dominated the seas as skillfully as he dominates the bottle," Captain Grimble said. "He's a better sipper than a skipper." Several bucks in Grimble's corner laughed. Captain Grimble's father, Lord Grimble, leaned against the wall, appraising the room with narrowed eyes. Whitson frowned. He had been afraid of this. Before he could interject, Captain Sutphen answered, "Skill alone is no measure of virtue." "No, indeed," Captain Grimble replied. "But there are no fortunes to be made by playing well with others and having the best manners." "If there were, you'd be a pauper, Grimble," Commander Tagg said. "He's the best captain here," Commander Usher called, casting a sideways glance at King Whitson. "And no one can argue with that. He'd outsail and outfight any rabbit alive." "Surely we'll make—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?